Hi, my name is Konstantinos, and this is my reconstruction for my final major project. So, what's the point of reconstruction? Well, the point of the reconstruction that we were going to do in for college is to basically choose an example and work out how we're going to recreate part of it. So we can actually do either a film project or photography-based animation, magazine, graphic novel, music video, advertising. I chose to do a graphic novel, so I decided to do it from one of my favorite panels from comic books, this panel right there. And the reason why I recreated this panel is because of the fact that it kind of represents what the character means to me, and what the character, in my opinion, means in general. About no matter how many times you get hit, you always find a way to get back up, and I think that this panel represents that. So this is the context. This is a video that explains it much better, the context behind it much better, an adaptation of that specific panel. And here's the rough draft, what I originally wanted it to be like. Now it's not good, I know, it's a bit squashed out. I mean, it's a bit squashed, but again, it's the first draft. So overall, my idea was to actually do it hand drawn, because that's what a lot of, because I'm actually a bit talented, because I'm actually talented at this criteria. So, but again, but I did it in a very limited amount of time, and I think that I could have actually framed it much better. And so it's good, but it's not the first idea that I had. So then I actually did another drawing, which turned out to actually be my which turned out to actually be what I have intended for the reconstruction. And these are just illustrations that I was gonna do, but in the end, though, I decided not to because it was really hard and it did not fit the way that I wanted it to be. And so I decided to go with this, the last one. Now, while I do like it much better than the other two, I definitely think that it still has it's a bit flawed, like the physique sometimes a bit squashed out. But overall, I feel like it's not as squashed out as the previous one, and there's definitely some balance going on. And this is my evaluation. I know it's short, but
Good, thanks, Konstantinos. Any question? Yes.
How long did it take you to draw out the?
It didn't take me a lot. It didn't take me like an hour or two, somewhere between.
That's good. How is it relevant to your FMP?
Well, that's the funny question because that's a really interesting question because I decided to do something else with the FMP. It has no relations to this one, but I chose this one because of the fact that it was much easier to make for the reconstruction, and if I finish this one and decide to do the graphic novel idea, because I'm also very talented in drawing and all of that stuff, so I decided to use this as the first idea. And another way is because of the fact that if I do this, then it's going to give me a lot more room to focus on what my FMP is, so I decided to do that.
Okay, right. Any other question, prizes, compliments? We agree it was good. Yeah, well done, Konstantinos. Yeah, thank you.
Should I get
Oh, did you have a question? Sorry. Yeah.
What type of art style were you trying to use for the for this
What
comic?
do you mean, like what type of art?
For example, obviously the older comics, in the early
Yes,
2000s.
and Steve Ditko, yeah, primarily enough. That's actually a panel from Steve Ditko, so I wanted to do something similar to that, but I also wanted to have a bit more of my style, So yeah, there are a few areas where
Old school type.
yeah, primarily enough. This is the category where I wanted to be.
Good. Well done. Thank you. Yes.